everyone. I'm Melissa here, and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello, everyone. Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Now, I have been saying for a long time that wellness can be a lot of different things. We're not just talking about physical wellness. We also have mental wellness. And you can also even look at financial wellness as well. Wellness, there's a lot of different components that all, in my opinion, add up to an overall wellness of oneself. Now, I am a firm believer that everyone needs a break every now and then to recharge, to take time for yourself. Now, unfortunately, not everyone is in the same financial position. So taking, a 2-week vacation on a plane somewhere just isn't in the cards for everyone all the time. But even staycations are needed. Where you just unplug from everything. No phones, no email, shut the world out, even for a weekend, to do whatever you want, whenever you want. If you want to stay in your pajamas the whole time, fine. If you just want to order in takeout, fine. Everyone needs that time to recharge, and it looks different for everyone. Now, I recently went on a vacation to Mexico, and I talked about it a bit. I ended up going with 22 other girls on this vacation, and we went to Mexico for a week. And this was a whole thing for me because I didn't just step outside of my comfort zone with this trip. I completely broke through the box I was in. Traveling somewhere to a different country without my husband, traveling with 22 women that for the most part were strangers to me. None of them were friends. Some of them I had met briefly, but for the most part, I didn't even know their names at that point. I really knocked down a lot of walls with that trip, and I learned so much about myself on that trip, and it was overall a life-changing experience for me in a very good way. And one thing that I realized was I need to have a break every now and then. Now, everyone thinks differently when it comes to relationships and marriages. And there's a lot of people that think once you're married, every single vacation you take is now with your spouse and your children. And that's the way it is. I agree, going on vacation with your spouse and or children is a good thing. But I also think going on vacation by yourself is also a good thing. So last year was the first year that we really did this, where we had a family vacation, the 3 of us, and then I went on vacation with 22 girls. And then my husband, he got a week in Calgary by himself. And for me, it was really important because we each had a chance to recharge, re-energize, but we still had that family time together on our vacation. So I realized that this really does affect my overall well-being. It affects me mentally, physically, everything. It was so worth it. Now, at the beginning of the year, I did a little unboxing where I had purchased this 52-week savings challenge. And I'm sure you've seen these before. They've been advertised everywhere. And I really like this idea. Now, my husband and I we have been doing something like this, not this exact thing, but something like this for about 2 years now. And I did a video on this as well when we first got it. But this is basically a little budget binder. And every month we put money aside, cash money. I really like cash. There is I'm trying to remember her name. I believe it's Gail Van Oxlid, I think. She used to have a show on TV. She still might. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me. But she has jars. And they're budget jars. And you put cash in them. So for example, you would put so much money aside in your jar for groceries every week. And that's the money you have for groceries that week. If you run out of money before the end of the week, you can't buy any more groceries. Sorry. Right? So basically, it's trying to help you budget and trying to help you make, good decisions with that money to make sure it lasts you that week. Well, my husband and I do something very similar here. So, for example, we have an envelope for date night. Now, we were supposed to do date night like every Tuesday was supposed to be date night, but that just never works for us. Never works for us because half the time my husband's not here, or other times we don't have a babysitter, and it just doesn't work. So the money just accumulates. Every month we put like $25 aside for date night, and maybe we go on a date maybe 4 times a year if we're lucky, right? But we have like an emergency fund. We put money aside every month for an emergency. So anything like, oh my gosh, our furnace broke down and it's -40 out. That's an emergency. Just so we know that we have money. Medication. Sometimes you need to go and get Advil or Tylenol, or you need a prescription, and our insurance doesn't always cover 100%. Well, we have a little bit extra here for medication. We have dental, we have eye care, we have, other things like my gym. We've been using this for a while, and it's really working for us. And then I got this for myself. So that is for the family. That's like our family kind of savings budget binder. But I picked this up, and I was thinking, you know what? I'm planning on going on vacation once a year for myself. And the girls that I went to Mexico with, the group just announced this is going to be an annual thing. They are going to try to make it an annual thing. And the next vacation is going to be in January of 2025. So 1 year from now, they're doing the next vacation. I don't know where it is yet. They haven't released all the details. All they said was it's somewhere hot and it's not Mexico this time. So I'm excited because I want to go. I really want to go. So I'm like, you know what? I better start saving up money, because if I want to go, I'm going to need money. So I thought, why not use this as my personal vacation savings fund? So it's 52 week savings challenge, which should work out just perfect for when my little trip is. Now they gave us little stickers here for all the weeks, okay? And then it tells you how much to put in each envelope. And inside, this is what it looks like. So you just have these little sleeves. Now, I believe this was probably created in another country other than Canada, and it was probably meant for other countries other than Canada, because, for example, in week 1, they want you to put $2 in. Well, in Canada, we have change for our loonies and our toonies, or our $1 and our $2. The States, they have bills. Bills are going to do way better in envelopes than change, because the change is going to fall out. These are open. They're open at the top. All my change is going to fall out. It's going to be a disaster, but that's fine. We're still going to do it. Now, if I wanted to, I could exchange my Canadian money into US money and put US money in here. I could do that, but I'm not going to do it today. We'll see if I do it ever. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the little stickers off, and then we're going to put it on here. Now, I have OCD, so the first thing, this is important to me because this also has to do with my mental well-being. I have to decide where these stickers are going to go. Do I want to put the stickers at the top like this? Do I want to put the stickers at the bottom like this? Or do I want to put the stickers right in the middle like this? And they're going to have to be straight, otherwise I'm going to explode. It's probably easier to put them at the bottom or the top because I'll be able to line them up better. I just got to decide. Where would you guys put them? Would you put them at the top or would you put it at the bottom? Let me see what feels good here. I think I'm going to put it at the top. Is that what you guys said? Would you have put it at the top? I don't know, you guys. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. So give me a second because I'm going to have to try to put this on. Do I want to put the top? Okay. And of course I want it to be like in the middle. You guys, why is this so difficult? Okay. Okay, I put the sticker on. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Now I'm also going to put the other ones on, week 2 and 3. Now we're in week 3 right now. Can you believe that? You guys, we're in week 3 of January already. So I'm a few weeks behind. But they just announced this next trip, and I was just like, ooh, this will be a perfect time for me to use my new savings binder. Okay, week 1, 2, and 3, the stickers are on. So like I said, it tells you week 1, $2. Week 2, $3. Week 3, $4. So I just so happen to have $2 for week 1, $3 for week 2, and $4 for week 3. Okay, we're caught up. Now, yes, every week, the dollar value goes up. Every week, the dollar value goes up. So that's the one pet peeve I have about this system is toward the end of the year, you have to put more money in your envelope. And the end of the year happens to be December, which in my opinion is probably the most expensive month that most people have because you have Christmas and most people spend a lot of money at Christmas. So for example, at the end of the year, they're asking us to put over $50 a week in the envelope. That's $200 for December on top of whatever you're spending in December. So that's going to be a bit of a stretch. Now, what I might do is I might, if I happen throughout the year, have extra money, I might put extra money in here. But I also am going to hold myself to the minimum. So if it's a minimum $4 on week 3, but I have extra money, I could put a 20 in here. So what that means is if I get higher in the value I need to put in the envelope, and maybe I don't have that much at that time, as long as I have enough in here to cover it, I'm good. It's kind of like putting money in the envelopes beforehand, you know, just to make sure you have it. So I think that's okay to do as well. But the point of this is at the end of the year, I want all of these envelopes filled with the minimum contribution that it's supposed to be. So hopefully by the time my trip rolls around in January, here's all my spending money for that trip and I'm ready to go. Planning ahead is important. It's really important. And everyone has different goals, different places for money to go. Everyone's at a different financial spot in their life. But I want to be able to be ready if and when I need a trip to recharge. I was talking with a few girls with this new trip coming up, and I said, hey, you should totally come. And it kind of hit me a little bit because one girl was like, oh, how much is it? And I said, well, I don't know what this trip is, but this is what the last one was. This is what I paid. And her response was, ooh, that's really expensive. And it wasn't until that moment, and I know this sounds ignorant, but it wasn't until that moment that I was like, yeah, I guess it kind of is expensive, if you're having financial struggles. And in today's economy, I think most of us have financial struggles. So, I said, hey, look, I get it. If you can't make it this trip, they're planning on doing it every year. Maybe you can save up. And if you're not ready for this trip, maybe in 2 years, you'll be ready for the next trip, And I really hope if she can't make this trip, I really hope she can make one of the trips. Just because I don't know much about her. I only met her once, actually. But she seems really cool. I feel like we have the same kind of vibe. And she's a single mom. And I know how hard that can be. And if anyone deserves a little getaway, a little me time, it's probably her. So I'm hopeful that one of these trips she'll be able to come with us because I think she would have the time of her life. And I know from my personal experience that this really it's really important for your overall well-being and to recharge. And being that she is a single mom, I think not only will it give her me time, but I think when she gets back from the trip, her children will realize, wow, mom seems way more relaxed, way more happy, way more, like it can be hard sometimes, especially with children, to be like, no, I need time for me. There's a lot of mom guilt that comes with that. Trust me, I know, I've had it myself, but I've realized that it's important because you really do need to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. And it's okay. It's okay to say, I need me time. Your dad is going to take care of you, or your grandparents are going to take care of you, or your godparents are going to take care of you, or whoever it is, whichever responsible person you have to take care of your children while you take your me time is okay. And you will be better for it when you get back, and your children will be better for it when you get back. So that's what I'm going to do. Start saving, start preparing, be ready for it, because it's needed. And I hope that you guys find something. Maybe it's not a trip. Maybe it's not going somewhere. Whatever it may be. Maybe you want to purchase something that will help you. Like, could be anything. And you can't afford it right now. It's okay. But make a plan. Make a plan. Make a budget. Set money aside. It doesn't have to be as structured as this. If you just, anytime you have extra money or whatever it is, or, oh, it's your birthday and someone gave you $20 in a card, whatever that extra money is, if you don't need it for something at that point, put it aside toward whatever it is that you want to purchase or you want to do. Put it aside and just start saving. And however long it takes you, that's how long it takes you. But eventually, at least you have a plan and you're working toward that goal of whatever it is. Because just sometimes making a plan and starting the plan puts your mind at ease. That now, hey, okay, we're set. We have a plan. We've started. Maybe 1 month, 1 week, whatever, maybe we forget or we don't have money to set aside for it. Something else came up. That's okay. It's just going to take us a little long to get there. Just a little longer, but you still know eventually you will get there. And sometimes that's all you need to feel better mentally. So I encourage you guys If you don't already do something like this, start doing something like this. And it doesn't have to be as like an envelope, like it just be a jar. Just throw change in your jar or an envelope, whatever works for you, do it, because it really makes a difference. And you guys deserve whatever it is that you want. Everyone does. And everyone needs it. Trust me. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.